Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, Plans with Amanda. We're going to be flipping through my 2021 hand lettering planner. I started hand lettering in January of 2021. I've done a lot of hand lettering videos on my channel, not really just hand lettering, but like spreads that included hand lettering. I do a hand lettering and gratitude planner for 2022 I did, and I have a playlist for it, so if you want to see that, go check that out. I'll have it linked below in the description box for you. But what I wanted to do, throughout the year, I made mention of doing a flip through of my 2021 hand lettering happy planner because people ask how, I learned and had expressed interest in seeing this flip through, and I just never did get around to doing the flip through video. And so I wanted to go ahead and do that today. Like I said, I know I mentioned it several months ago, and I wish I'd have done it then, but I didn't. So I thought, well, let's go ahead and do it real quick today. And it's going to show you a progress of my hand lettering. When it first starts out, it's pretty rough, so don't judge me. But you can see throughout the year, it gets better. And this was my first year of hand lettering. I've been hand lettering since then, and so it's gotten better. But anyway, just because you guys wanted to see it, I thought I would go ahead and do the flip through, so let's go ahead and get to it. So this was the Love Letters planner from the Happy Planner, and this, I believe, was the first of its kind that came out. It's a big. And so to start with, you have the name page, and you can see I hand lettered my name, and not very good at that, but I guess I just had practiced it a couple times there. I don't know. I think the first few pages I really didn't do anything with, so I'll skip those. I followed Judy of JLB Crafts hand lettering challenge in 2021, and so that's what these pages are. You'll see printed out and punched and put in, and then also Kelava Plan had done her own lettering challenge, and I used this in a different way. I'll show you as we get to it. This page for each month just had some practice areas, and some of those I think are filled in, if not all of them, but you'll see that as we go. This lettering planner was really a pretty planner. It had this rose gold, and it's almost like embossed. It's really pretty. I loved this planner. So on the monthly spreads, you'll see that I used the Kelava Plan words on each day, and that's where I would put the word that she had on her challenge. And then you can kind of see that I wrote it several times throughout the year, from February until December, and you can see the difference if you look close enough of when I started versus when I ended. And so, just this word right here, prosper, very inconsistent, but down here it's a little bit nicer. And I got a little more comfortable too, so that makes a big difference. So the first, the JLB challenge, JLB Crafts hand lettering challenge, she would tell you each day what to work on. And so and there are videos that go along with this. I'll link her challenge down below for 2022. She did it 2 years in a row. I followed it the first year. And so anyway, you'll see that each week there are different assignments, and I started decorating the pages pretty simply at first. First steps in hand lettering are thin upstroke, thick downstroke, wavy lines, and then we go into the letters, the letter O and the letter C to start with. And for the first couple of weeks, that's pretty much what you do. We added the E here. Again, you can see my hand lettering is very, it's just not really good. I mean, it's not horrible, but you can't really see the difference between the thin upstrokes and thick downstrokes, just because I didn't have very much control of the pen at that point. So you'll see as the year goes through that you'll see the differences. So I'm going to go kind of fast. I don't want to take a real long time to do this video, but I'll just kind of point out things as I see them. And here we get into February again with the two different challenges. I put the word of Kelava Plans challenge on the monthly. Not very good. I really tried, you guys. I started out so bad, and as the year went by, you can see the difference. I mean, just those two, the word forever right there and there, the difference in the thin upstroke and thick downstroke. This pen wasn't the, I used a Tombow Fudenosuke to start with. That's what these pens are, the thin, excuse me, the hard tip. They have a hard tip and a soft tip. I started with the hard tip because I felt like that would give me more control. And you can see I'm already kind of getting in the groove here with some consistency. Still not the best style of letters. I don't love the lettering itself, but I really enjoyed it, and it was very therapeutic. I loved learning hand lettering in the process of it, and it takes a lot of practice. I spent a lot of time on this, and so you can see we're getting into longer words here, and still just minimally decorating. Added in a box for each assignment and wrote the word or the letter there. In March, and here's the divider for March, and my monthly for March. And here I got my first set of colored pens from, and so from here on out you'll see I start adding in some color sometimes. All right, and here's this was my favorite. I loved the M and the N. As I got into the hand lettering, the M and the N, I liked those letters. And here's some more color added in. Like I said, I got that first pack of colored pens. I don't remember what brand it was, but I kind of started matching the pen to the paper, or excuse me, the stickers. So here we have April. And I didn't date the other dates that I wrote it. Sometimes I did. Over here I tried to write the date as to show my progress, but I didn't date the other, the second time I did it. The B was fun. I liked letter in the B. Here I just took some washi tape across the top and then brought in some flower stickers. And everything up until this point, I believe, is Happy Planner. I didn't get into buying small shop sticker books until a little bit later into the year. I don't know. It probably actually wasn't too much later, but this is kind of a small area to decorate, so that may be why you're seeing more Happy Planner stickers. This is Homebody, I think, the stickers that you see here. The K was interesting to practice because you'll see I started out with the just the single stroke down, and pretty quickly learned I liked the little loop that you see on the rest of them. And part of hand lettering is just trying to be as consistent as you can, making them look the same every time. It's not always very easy. The J is fun too. I like the letter J hand lettering. May. And here is where you'll see me start getting into a lot more color. I think I picked up another pack of pens, and I had just tried different brands. I'll link below some for you guys that I liked to start out with. I have quite a few pens now, but definitely the Tombow Fudenosuke. I had the black to start with, but then I have a color package, and then I ended up going into buying Rytec pens and Pentel Touch. There's just several brands I love now, but these I think were from either the Zebra Funware, if I'm saying that correctly, or the Tombow Fudenosuke. I loved this spread here. It's just vegetables, but the colors were just really pretty. I love the dark yellow and green and almost that dark red color. And then a fun, pretty colorful spread with just some flower stickers from the Happy Planner and some colorful pens to match. I do write my P's different now. I had started out with the loop coming around, but that is not what I like. I just do a straight down line now. So I have learned, you know, they don't always stay the same when you start practicing. They're not always going to stay the same. So, all right. And we have June. And some real pretty bright and colorful stickers. Here, again, Happy Planner stickers. Like I said, I think most everything we've seen up until now has been Happy Planner. This was a fun one. I think this was a pressed floral sticker book, and then just some pretty soft colors. I didn't love my S at the time. My S has changed too. Like I said, this is when I first started, so I was just getting into, you know, learning everything and figuring out how I like to write the letters and figure out, you know, what I liked and didn't like, rather. All right. Fun summer spread. Used just summer stickers from the Happy Planner with some different summer leaves and washi tape. And going into July, we have, oh, this was one of my favorite ones, you guys. We got into capital letters. These are Happy Planner stickers. They came from one of the floral sticker books. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but I loved the colors of these pens. The kind of like this, almost like a magenta and the gold and green and pink, but we got into capital letters, and I will say I practiced the capital letters throughout the rest of the year, but when I hand letter now, I don't do capital letters. I pretty much do all lowercase letters, and I just think it looks better. I'm just not a huge fan of the capital letters, but we did go for it and practiced and learned them and everything, and so I can write them if I need to, but I choose just to do the lowercase now when I hand letter. And if you watch any of my newer videos, you'll see that, like when I write the Bible verses and the different quotes and stuff. So this was fun too, with the fruit and just bright and colorful pens. I think Judy done a great job with these challenges from 2021 and 2022. They're a little different. This year was her first, the 2021 was her first year, and we were going into August, but the 2021 was her first year. And when she did it again in 2022, she did make a few changes. And so I think that the link that you'll see below in my description box of her playlist is her 2022 challenge. I think that's what she has on her channel available. But like I said, they're very similar, and you can definitely go through and go back on her pages and print those challenge pages. I'll tell you about that in just a minute. These were from Live Love Posh. So here we see I'm getting into different small shop sticker books, and these I believe are Happy Planner. You can see I really got into decorating. I love the look of a full spread anyway, and so having these kind of going down the middle and then using the washi tape across across each side was fun. That was an idea I got from Judy. She did that most every week, and sometimes I would do that and sometimes I would put stickers there. But part of the fun of doing this planner was matching the pins to the stickers, because by this point I had me a pretty good collection of pins up, and so each week I would decorate and then find pins that matched, and so that's a fun part of it too. And also using the different pins, they're not all the same, and so some pins, you know, if you're heavy-handed, you might like the hard tip versus the soft tip, so you just have to kind of practice. And also just to kind of tell you real quick, like I mentioned on printing these pages out, this is September, and so what I would do each month is I would go on, when they posted this challenge, whether it was on Instagram for Cal of a Plan, or Judy would post hers on Instagram and on Facebook, but either way I would do a screenshot of Heather's, because hers was on Instagram, and so I just do a screenshot and save it as a picture. And same thing for Judy's. I would either do a screenshot or I would go to Facebook and just save that photo onto my phone, and then I would just print the page on my printer, and so then I could punch it and put it in here. You don't have to have it printed out. I just like to have it in my planner. And so here we go into September. You can kind of see, you know, I didn't really get into my groove until like almost the end of the year, and you'll see that, like, to me this is not very good. There's still some you know, a lot of inconsistencies. My lettering, you know, the letters weren't quite there just because I hadn't just gotten into how I like to do them yet. But then you can see another thing too is these I was trying to write so small to fit them in there, and I would see Heather hand lettering hers onto a small page like this, and it would be so cute, and I just never understood why I couldn't get mine quite like that. But you'll see that as I'm going through on the you know, elementary school lines is kind of what I think about, because I can remember writing on these pages like this when I was in like kindergarten, first, second grade, and practicing handwriting, because that's how we did it. I don't know about how they do it now, but that's how we did it then. And so this just got kind of is the same idea. It's consistency, you know, touching the middle line to the bottom line. And so like you can see that I'm just more consistent on these pages, whereas this is not. So it's still, you know, just a learning process. And so now I could probably go through here and write these a lot neater. And you can kind of see that in my gratitude and hand lettering planner, because on the monthly I write in something I'm thankful for each day, and it does look a lot nicer. And so it just takes time. So if you're trying to learn to hand letter, just don't get discouraged. I mean, I promise it's not easy, but you keep doing it, you keep practicing, you just have to kind of keep that motivation to really practice it, and eventually you're going to get into the groove of what works for you. And another thing too, I'll tell you this, around this time is when I changed how I hold my pen, because I hold my pen, here I'll show you, I hold my pen to write with like this, and that's been like that my whole life. But when I hand letter, I changed it to hold it like this, and the pen is a little more slanted. And so I went from trying to hand letter like this to this, and it made all the difference for me. You know, I don't know if that's, you know, if you're struggling, if you're trying to learn hand lettering and you're struggling, practice different ways of holding the pen. It just really made the difference for me. And so anyway, here we are. We've got some Happy Planner stickers, really pretty colors. This was just such a fun planner for me, and I actually did it again in 2022. Excuse me. I didn't try to follow along week to week like I did with this one. As a matter of fact, I'm only about halfway through with it, and we're into 2023, but it's okay, because it's just fun for me to go back and do it every once in a while. So yeah. Oh, this was Miss Maker. That was a fun spread. I love the colors, and I used the Miss Maker washi down the side, and these were Live Love Posh, I believe. And then I had gotten some Simply Gilded washi tape. I don't use it a whole lot, but I do like it. I kind of got into it, and I ordered several rolls here and there. And I don't use it a whole lot, but sometimes it's fun to use for stuff like this. And then here we're into October. And I started printing this on a thicker page too around this time. In the beginning it was on just regular paper. And here you can see I'm pretty sure this is where I changed the way I hold my pen. Look at this, you guys. Look at that. That compared to that. It just made a huge difference. And I think it's just where I found my groove. And so if you're struggling, don't give up. I promise you. It just takes time. Oh, this was a fun spread. This was the Simply Gilded washi with some, I think, Happy Planner stickers from one of the fall sticker books. I thought that turned out really pretty. I'm not talking much about the hand lettering, am I? That's okay. This was fun too, and the purples, because it was October. So I put in some spider web washi and some spiders with the dark purple florals, so that was fun. And all the different purple pins. And let's see. That's kind of how I do my P's now, even lowercase. You'll kind of see if you've seen me hand letter any in, you know, more recent spreads. This was a fun little Halloween spread. The orange polka dot washi was fun. And this was Live Love Posh, the one of the fall sticker books from last year. I loved the colors, the dark green, dark pink, and the orange and the light pink. Just the really pretty colors all together, and these stickers just really brought that out. All right, and here we get into November. My little, I couldn't get it to print the right way, so I was like, whatever, we'll print that. And then here's the Judy with JLB Crafts Challenge. And some monthly letters, the Keleva Plan words, rather. All right, and this was from one of the fall Keleva Plan books. This was Fall Florals from Keleva Plan last year. Nice pastel, even though it's fall, so that's fun. And this was one of the Live Love Posh fall sticker books. So you can kind of see as I get into the small shop sticker books, I start using those. And then this Simply Gilded washi kind of down the sides. So that was fun. And I liked how I was able to pull in all the different types of browns and then this gold color. I thought that turned out pretty. And then you can see here the T on the way I did my T. Again, I don't really write capital letters now. Probably wouldn't do it that way. I don't know how I would do it, but I don't know. All right, and some more fall florals. These were from Live Love Posh. Real pretty peaches and teals. I love that combination. And these are Happy Planner, I think. I love that. And I did incorporate some, the little pumpkins, gold pumpkins are not, they're copper pumpkins are not Happy Planner, but I thought that was really cute and mixed those in. And on to December. We are almost there, you guys. I loved this divider. It was probably my favorite one with the embossed letters and the rose gold. It's just so pretty. I love this planner. It's probably one of my favorite planners that I've got. All right, so here we've got some florals, some Christmassy florals. I don't know where these were from. Probably Live Love Posh, I think, by looking at them. And these were Hell of a Plan, one of the Christmas sticker books from last year. And that was X. That was not my favorite letter to practice. Okay, another Hell of a Plan stickers. They were from, I had two Hell of a Plan sticker books. I'm not sure if they were from the same book or not, but I love the colors on this one. The teal and the gold. Just really pretty. And a Christmassy spread, real Christmassy florals. I'm not sure where these are from. And then the last spread of the year, yeah. This is the last one, and I just really love how it turned out. One of the things that we practiced this week was the numbers and then bounce lettering. And so you can kind of see how I'm coming down under the line on some of these, and so this kind of helped me kind of get into my groove a little bit more too, and so that was fun. And I really like how that's how I do my H now. It kind of comes down like that, and same thing with some of the other letters. And so I don't actually bounce letter much, but because you have to kind of be intentional about doing that, and I just kind of got out of the habit of doing it, but I do like it a lot. And bounce lettering, if you don't know, it's just where you kind of have some words come down a little further, and it just gives it that look, the bounce lettering look, if you kind of know what I'm talking about there. But yeah, all right. And then I added in some extra pages. I don't even know what else back here, but you can see how I've gone through and, like, you know, just practice throughout the year and different times and my lettering. And this was like with the Papermate Flair, and I just, honestly, you guys, like, hand lettering, it's just fun to me. It's very therapeutic. I love the you know, just the time it gives you, like, just practicing different kind of fonts. And it's fun to be able to use this in my planner when I do write in my planner. I was doing some recipe spreads. That's why you see all those different words. Some of it's just, you know, oh, this is where I was bounce lettering. After I did that last spread, I remember this was what I try bounce lettering. Oh man, so fun. Practicing some different ways to use my markers, maybe highlighters, I think it was, and then kind of going around the letters with the black pen. That's fun. All right, you guys, I guess that's it. I hope you liked this flip through, and I will link Judy's playlist below. Like I said, it was very instrumental in helping me hand letter, and you know, she started out brand new too. That's what's fun about it, is that she wasn't an expert that you were trying to compare yourself to, because she was learning along with you, and I felt like that was that's what made it fun. And so yeah, it was fun to compare different ways that people, you know, we did letters. And so I think it's just fun, and if you like it, if you think you would like it, just don't give up and just keep practicing. And so, if you don't have a planner like this, you don't have to have one. Any lined planner can be used by just taking up 2 lines to hand letter, or you can go to the Happy Planner and buy just those pages. Those pages in the back were just a filler paper pack. So, and I do think they have a planner for 2023 for a lettering planner, actually, now that I think about it. So yeah, definitely check it out. Get yourself some pens. It doesn't have to be anything fancy to practice and to try this. And so yeah, I hope you liked this video. If you did, hit that thumbs up. Thank you for hanging out with me today. We'll see you next time. Bye.